Hello and welcome to another episode of Unscripted. Now today I will be reviewing the latest episodes of Raw and Smackdown this week. These are the Raw and Smackdown episodes after Backlash. So Saturday night's main event, CM Punk and Sami Zayn will team up to face Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker. Now my prediction is that Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker will win this match. Gunther, we now know, will face Jey Uso at Money in the Bank, and well, that's only if Jey Uso defeats Logan Paul at Saturday night's main event. I believe Jey Uso will defeat Logan Paul, so we will have Jey Uso versus Gunther at Money in the Bank, and I think Jey Uso will win. Now, at Money in the Bank, Alexa Bliss was the first woman on SmackDown to qualify for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and Solo Sikoa was the first man to qualify for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match this year. JC Mateo, who was formerly known as Jeff Cobb, who made an appearance at Backlash, defeated LA Knight with some interference from Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu in his debut match, not only on SmackDown, but in the WWE. Now, Fraxium, so this tag team from NXT, who were former NXT Tag Team Champions, are now the new #1 contenders to the Street Profits WWE World Tag Team Championships. I believe that Fraxium will lose next week on SmackDown to the Street Profits. But at some point they'll get another shot at some point, and they will defeat the Street Profits and win those tag team titles. Drew versus Damian Priest in a steel cage match at Saturday night's main event. I believe it's a tough one to call, but I believe Damian Priest's a victory is due for him, and I believe that Damian Priest will win this match at Saturday night's main event. John Cena versus R-Truth at Saturday night's main event, and I knew there was going to be repercussions for what John Cena did to R-Truth in the Backlash press conference. I think we're going to see Cena do something really malicious to R-Truth after actually legitimately maybe beating him or cheating his way to beating him. He's going to do something perhaps very malicious, but then he's going to feel sorry for Truth, and we're going to start to see that Cena of old, that face Cena slowly crawling back. I do believe this. Now, the main event of SmackDown saw the women's champion, Tiffany Stratton, versus Nia Jax, and this was a better match than Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair at Wrestlemania, bar none, hands down. I believe when Jax fell on Stratton to do the Annihilator, that may have been a bit of a botch, but Stratton, beating the count by forcing the rope break, by grabbing the ropes, was excellent. The chair spot to Nia's head where Nia actually got cut open. I actually think that might be the first time I've seen blood in a women's match in like a very long time, if not ever, in like the modern era of wrestling. Definitely looked like a very stiff and a stiff chair shot. Yeah, crazy stuff. And it was an incredible women's match. But not only that, besides it being a women's match in general, it was an incredible match. Irrespective of gender, it was an awesome match to witness, and I really enjoyed it. It was an incredible match. Like I said, irrespective of gender, it was awesome. And it was a much better match than Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. And I think maybe the history between Jax and Stratton, and how Stratton did, cash in to win the belt off Nia with the Money in the Bank briefcase. I think that also plays to the depth of that story there as well. So yeah, I personally thought that SmackDown this week was a bit better than Raw was, and I really felt that women's match, that match to end SmackDown, was a great way to end this week for pro wrestling in WWE. And I'm really looking forward to Saturday night's main event next week. And I definitely predict, like I said, that we're going to start to perhaps see some of that old face Cena slowly crawl back and creep in. Thank you once again for watching this episode of Unscripted.